Alright guys, let's pull a pack. So this took place right after Barry and Jerry came out, and so that's what I'm looking to get. So let's see if I can get my hands on a Barry or Jerry. This pack was absolutely worthless, but don't worry, we're going to open up a second pack. I believe we're opening up a second pack. I do like those 32 game contract extensions. Final edition, 92 overall. Like, all these 92 overalls, 94, 95 overall players, to me, are worthless. Which is kind of sad, but it is that late in the game, so that's okay. You know, if it's not 99 Ultimate Legend, it's not really going to improve my team. So look at this pass. That's just so pathetic. So I'm trying this new formation. I haven't really ran it too much in this year's game. It has a really nice a short post and then like a deep post. And so I threw a pick there though because I didn't have an underneath guy coming through, so the yellow zone just followed the short post route. And so you'll see later in the game I run that play again. Instead with the X receiver, I put him on a drag, and it turns out works out a lot better for me. However, I do a really good job making the goal line stand. It can be really tough sometimes to score in the red zone. With this year, it's not as tough because of how powerful the run game is, but it can still be pretty tough and challenging to score within the 15-yard line, unless you're teabagging somebody. But even then, receivers drop passes. Even the UL 99 Jerry Rice will drop the teabags. But anyways, so I get to a 3rd and 10, and I run the 5 wide. I was going to run a different play, but I saw all of his guys backed off, so that's a good time to run the screen pass. So I audible to the wide receiver screen pass. Then I dot him up with a streak pass. Now I'm deciding to run the ball a little bit, control the game, try to run out the clock until halftime. However, I ended up getting too much yards there, and so I said, you know what, forget it. I don't even want to milk the clock. And this is where I said, see how I put the drag underneath, and that middle linebacker, when the drag was coming across, just went up just a step, and right when he went up a step, that's when I fired the ball to get that touchdown. And so, just like little things, if you don't want to buy an ebook, then you just have to understand how the game works. You have a drag that will take down the yellow zones, and that will allow a deep post route to get open. Or if the yellow decides to play back, that means the drag is going to be open. So there's all sorts of different things, nuances that you just have to learn of how the game works, and then also use some type of football knowledge and concepts. But Madden isn't always about football knowledge and concepts. It's about Madden concepts. Sometimes they work hand in hand, like flooding a zone in Madden is just like flooding a zone in real life. Except, in Madden, you need to know if you have a corner out like right here, how I have it on the short side of the field, the purple zones are not going to play the corner, so that should be your main read. But then you also have the flooding of the zones along with like a slant route to beat man. And so there's my 2 cents for today. And I'm giving off all these advice, and then I throw a pick with 2 seconds left till halftime. Ideally, if this was a money game, I would have definitely just taken the field goal. There's only 6 seconds left. But I was like, you know what? I have 102 speed receiver. Maybe I can throw a pass in the end zone. But I had to end up throwing it earlier than I wanted to, and so it ended up getting picked. Very unfortunate, but it happens. So my opponent's starting to hit me up with a little drag route across the middle of the field to get some nice first downs. Luckily, he can't. I don't think he's going to be able to clock out the whole second half. And boom, look at Rod Woodson, let's go! But I don't recover it. So as long as I can hold him to a field goal, the game is going to be won, because I will definitely be able to get in field goal range. And look at that A gap. Whoop! That's what you call a NANO blitz. So I was able to stop him and hold him to a field goal. And so my whole objective now is to cross the 50. Don't fumble, don't throw a pick, and waste all the time. Kick the game-winning field goal. In the meantime, while all this is going on, as you can tell, I said earlier, I was on like a 15 or 16 game win streak, so now I believe I'm at like a 19 game win streak. I'm not too exactly sure if that's true or not, 18, 19 games, whatever it is. And I was selling UL Lawrence Taylor. Wowzers is hitting me up, wants it. And so he's telling me he sent the money, so I was checking my PayPal to see if he did send the money, and you'll see what happens here in a second to complete the 4th and 3. It's going to be the most unbelievable thing and boneheaded thing you'll ever see. It's so ridiculous, and this is going to be how I lose my 19-game win streak. So as you can tell right now, I'm in field goal range, go out of bounds, 3rd and 5. I'm just running the ball, get a first down. Now the game's over. He's conceded the game. He's not calling his timeouts. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Weiser sends me a picture message with the money to confirm that he sent it. And so I was like, oh, sweet. So I'm looking at my phone. 9 seconds left. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not even looking at the time. I completely forget it's the end of the 4th quarter. I recall a run play with 3 seconds left. The clock runs out, and I was like, oh, shoot. I forgot I was clocking this guy, and it's at the end of the game. John Madden can't believe what happened. The most boneheaded thing you could ever do, especially when you have an 18, 19-game win streak going on. This is how you lose. So pathetic.